I always say we don't have to forget the girls. Only 4% of the prison population is female. However, one of my therapists has worked in female prisons for 20 years. She's ADHD, and she said, Sarah, it's exactly the same in the female prisons. It's pretty much all of them. So I don't forget the girls. There's only 4% of them, but we think most of them are ADHD as well. I've only worked in male prisons, but I can say, hand on heart, when I came out of the prisons, I said, it's roughly 8 or 9 out of 10. And then I completely randomly on a Facebook group for ADHD came across a mental health nurse who'd worked in the prison system for 20 years. And she said to me, she said, Sarah, I've been keeping an unofficial record for the last 20 years, and it's 85% of them are ADHD. And I said, oh my God, how random is that? My absolute random figure was 8 or 9 out of 10, 85%. And I was like, wow, how unbelievable. And she said, no, you're right. She said, I've been keeping an unofficial record. It's 85%. So we've, ever since then, that was in 2015, 16, I've been banging a lone drum. That drum is now no longer alone. I've got people with me now, but for 6, 8 years, I was saying, excuse me, the prisons are full of ADHD. It's disgusting. Do something about it. And it wasn't until I linked up with some police officers who are also ADHD, and they've helped with this hugely. And now it's much more talked about, and change is happening. Change is happening at last. But it literally, this year, 2025, I've been talking about this for 10 years. And it's only in the last 2, maximum 3, that people have started to talk about it.
The scary thing for that with me is that there are so many things I could jump off onto. I can feel my shiny object syndrome going crazy when you're talking. And there's almost every talking point you raised, I had something I wanted to say about it, and I wanted to interrupt you and tell you what I thought.
Mm.
Not because I want to be rude, but because my brain would and it has, right? Like I've let go of some of the things, and now I've forgotten what they were that I wanted to interrupt you about, right? Like that's, and
Yeah,
but it's
I write
scary
them
and it's horrible.
down.
My mum does the same thing. My mum,
Mm.
yeah, I do. I jot if I'm really I have to say something about it. It gets written down, and I'll come back
Yeah,
to it. But half the time,
yeah.
I can't remember why I wrote down what I wrote down.
Oh,